Religions were made by man for his moral and spiritual uplift. These were made for man, and man was not made for them. The purpose of joining the religion is to know God, which is the highest ideal before us. The man body is the golden opportunity that we have got in which we can know Him and in no other body. So all of us who are sitting here, we are fortunate that we have got the man body, and we have also joined various religions to achieve that object of life which we have got before us. We have to see now how far we have succeeded in achieving the object of life which is before us. The time does come that we have to leave the body. Body is not permanent. It is made of matter. Matter is made of elements and atoms. This is a composition of so many things. This will decompose sometime. So matter is changing, and we are the indweller of the body, mind body. We are not the bodies, but we are the indweller of the body. And what we are conscious entities, conscious beings. Conscious being, our own self, as you might say, is made of one substance only, and that is consciousness. What is made of one substance, naturally that has not to decompose or disintegrate. So this is everlasting, unchanging. But body that we are carrying, that is changing every moment of life. It has been said that the very particles of our bones are replaced, renewed in 7 years. So the whole universe is also made of matter, and matter is changing at the same speed as our bodies, which are made of matter, is changing. But God is all consciousness, that also is made of one substance, and such cannot be decomposed or disintegrated, that is everlasting. So God is everlasting, unchangeable permanence, and similarly our soul, being of the same essence as that of God, is also eternal. But the body that we are carrying, that is changing. So you'll find all masters have said the same thing in their own language. Swamiji tells us, when, O soul, thou art the essence of something which is eternal. Similarly, in Corinthians it is said, we are spirit in man, and the spirit is everlasting. Why do we fear that we are to die? So we are also eternal. So our souls, being conscious entities, its true home is naturally the one which is all consciousness, the true home of our Father. but it has been environed with mind and matter and outgoing faculties, identified with them so much so that we cannot differentiate ourselves from the body. The body is changing. We have identified the self with the body, but we now think we are everlasting because that is a reflection of God within us. We never think of dying. Soul can never die, but it has to leave the body someday. You see, our daily experience shows that our body is working so long as we are in the body, and we are in the body so long as some controlling power is keeping us in the body. Man body is a wonderful house we live in. It has got 9 apertures, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, mouth, and other genital organs, but we cannot run away out of it. It is a wonderful house we live in. Breathing goes out and it is again pushed back into the body, cannot remain outside. There is some power controlling it back into the body. That very controlling power, if you know God, is called by different names, God and so many. So in the man body we can know God. But first we have to know our own selves, because it is the soul only who can know God. Like knows like the like. But we are so much identified, as I told you, with mind, matter and outgoing faculties that we cannot differentiate ourselves from the body. We say so many things. I am not the body, I am not the intellect, I am not the vital layers. But can we analyze ourselves? We say, it is my coat, it is my watch, it is my hat. You can put it on at will. We also say that is my body, can we shake it off? But we do see, time does come when we have to leave the body, and this body is carried by people to the cremation place or to the grave, according to the customs prevailing in all regions. So what is that which is enlivening this body, and that we are? So all masters say that this world is temporary, not lasting. We are all under the grand delusion, the learned and the unlearned, old and the young, rich and the poor. So we will see why we are under grand delusion. Because we have not known ourselves. We are the indweller of the body. The body is changing at the same rate, at the same speed, as the whole world is changing. It is made of matter at the same speed. As we are identified with the body, which is changing, and the whole world is also changing, it is made of matter. We think when two things are moving at the same speed, those who are identified with them, they say it is stationary. We may take 2 trains are running. We are sitting in the trains, and the trains are going the same way, both. At the same speed, sometimes it does happen, the man sitting in the boat train, they enjoy, oh, we are sitting now. And the boat train does very fast. So this is a delusion from which we have to come out. Guru Nanak says, so long as we do not know ourselves, we are all in a great delusion. How can you come out of this delusion? Simply, if you know how to leave the trains. If you sitting in one train goes out, you see, oh, train is fast. Another are also going down. So this is a delusion, you see, in which we are all. That is the slogan with all masters who came in the past. Christ said, know thyself. Guru Nanak also said the same thing I've just quoted to you. Upanishad says, know thyself. Old Greeks also laid out the same thing. North is seated. So purpose is, masters come to awaken. Well, oh man, you are identified with the body and the outgoing faculties and the enjoyment so much so that you have forgotten yourself. Man body is the highest in all creation, in which you can know yourself. How? By coming out of this delusion, by self-analysis, by rising above body consciousness. So how to do it, that's the point. We do leave the body someday, all, no exception to the rule. But if we now know how to leave the body, then this mystery of life is solved. If we know how to leave the body, we will come to know what is that power which is controlling us in the body. We become conscious co-worker of the divine plan. So all masters have been saying like that. Balaram says, where, lo soul, you are the resident of this true home of your Father, which is everlasting, unchangeable permanence. You are stuck fast in dust, in matter. Why don't you awake? It is shame for you, using the word shame, being the son of God, being the daughter of God, you see, away from your home, you are led away by mind and outgoing faculties, away, long away from Him. And where you are just in your foreign country, you forget your home altogether. So think of the home who you are. And how can we do that? You find in scriptures, be still and know that you are God. We are spirit in man, we are conscious entities, but identified in mind, body, outgoing faculty so much so that we have forgotten ourselves. One said, say that you have committed a heinous crime against your own self. And what is that heinous crime? That you are the indweller of the body and you have forgotten the indweller, your own self. Now whatever we are doing at the level of the man body. Small child of 3 or 4 years old, if you would ask him who you are, then he opens his eyes, opens his mouth, he has a feeling something here. As he grows in years, you ask him who you are, he says, I'm Mr. Smith, I'm Mr. Joseph, I'm American, I'm French, I'm German, I'm Indian. He has forgotten who he is. So this is the delusion, you see, forgetfulness you might say, ignorance, you might say, from which we have to come out. That you can come out only when you analyze yourself. So all masters who have been coming, they have been telling us the same thing, of course, in their own language, which was prevalent at the time when they came. We find in scriptures, lay by thy treasures in heaven. We say, the treasures lying here will be eaten by moth and rust. That is a place where no moth or rust can affect. There's something to show. Then again they say, unless you lose your own self, you cannot have everlasting life. So we are living a life of, superficial life at the level of man. Never dipped inside what we are, who we are. We are pinning ourselves to the outer casing of a walnut, not caring for the kernel within. So man has got three aspects. It has man's body, which is made of matter. It has intellect, and man is the soul, embodied soul. So we are fortunate we have got the man body, and we have made a great progress physically in having outer possessions, intellectually also making wonderful inventions. But with all that, whenever we ask anybody, well, how are you getting on spiritually, what do you speak of? We are leading the lives of eat and drink and be merry, an Epicurean way of life, never caring for our own self. There are values of life, some are most important, some are less important, some are the least important. So man's body is a gift from God, the highest rung in creation, the golden opportunity that we have got, because in man's body only we can know God. Maintain it as long as you can, Kabir says. Once it is passed out of your hands, it is very difficult to have man's body. Old Rishi said, just live up to 100 years at least. Another master say, well, maintain this is a horse on which you are riding on, a strong mind, and a strong body. So body must be cared for, it is not to be left alone, but at the same time we are not the body, we are the indweller of the body. You find is not body more than the raiment and life more than the meat, are not possessions that we have got less important than our own body, and we are still more important than our bodies. The house is on fire and you escape with no injury. You say, thank God, I am saved. The outer possessions are there, all burnt down. But you say, thank God I am saved. So our body is more valuable than the possession. In any accident, you might break our leg, God forbid, We say, thank God I am saved. So our own life is more valuable than the body. And how are we behaving? We are caring whole time, 24 hours of the day and night for having possessions outside or maintaining our body only and never cared a fig for our own. Who will tell us we are wise? So you are, you see, the most valuable treasure in this mind body. God has kept it shut up in different boxes, you might say. Any valuable diamond, I think we keep in one casket, then in two, then in three. Similarly, God has kept the pearl of price within us, our own self, and that controlling power which is controlling us in the body. So first is the iron casket in this physical body. Within that there is the astral body. Still further we have got causal body. So these are the three caskets. We are just kept inside being most valuable. So we have to shake off these to know our own self. Prophet Muhammad says, God says, I am the treasure hidden within you. We are God in man, we are spirit in man. When we are able to shake out these caskets, we know Father is in me and I am in the Father. I in my Father is one. Sun is dyed with the color of Father. Father speaks through the Son. This you have experienced, you know. But when you shake off this body. So macrocosm is in the microcosm of the man body. We have to solve this mystery of life, what we are, who we are. We have got the values of life. We have advanced wonderfully physically, intellectually, but we have done little or nothing about our own self. With all these advancements, physical, you know, we have just found out so many systems how to maintain body, how it works, how it goes out of order, how it can be set right again. So we have got so many systems. The oldest is the Veda system, then comes the Unani system, then comes allopathy, then homeopathy, naturopathy, electronic treatments. These are only to maintain your body. Intellectually we have advanced wonderfully. We can hear the voices from thousands of miles through radios. We can now also see who is speaking and hear him through televisions. The world has become small on account of the planes. In hours we can traverse from one end to the other end of the world. We can also go around the world in an hour or so. Wonderful. Now we are trying to reach the moon. But with all these advancements, are we happy? No. Every man is unhappy. Guru Nanak says all world is unhappy. Kabir says, I have not seen one man who is happy after coming into the man body. And Tulsi says, all are unhappy either physically, financially or mentally. There is any hope of a man becoming happy. We are all after happiness, is it not? We are earning money, we are having possessions, we are having buildings, we marry, we have children only for what? Happiness sake. But we don't find happiness still who's there. So real happiness is within you. So with all these advancements, we have not been able to be happy. The reason is the third side, our own self, the spiritual side, is uncared for. If we say certain prayers, read certain scriptures, or perform one way or the other, rites and rituals, these are good actions. Reading scriptures, advancing intellectually is the only diet or a food to your brain, to the intellect, and about the physical food, etc., you give to the body, you become physically, intellectually strong. What have you given to your own soul? There is the bread of life and water of life. If we can have that, we can also become spiritually strong. And wherefrom we can have that bread of life? So Tulsi says, well, if you sit at the feet of a master, you can become happy. You will have the bread of life and the water of life. I hope you remember Christ Jesus just went to a well. There was a Samaritan lady who had a pitcher full of water over her hand, asked her to give water to drink. But she said, we are staying in the house, we are Samaritans, you people have nothing to do with the Samaritans. Why are you asking for water? And what did he say? He said, had she known who it was who was asking for water, she would have given. Then he told her, well, this water that you get, that only slakes your thirst for a while. Again you thirst again and again. But if had you come to me, I would have given you a living water of life, which would have finished your thirst forever. And again he said, I am the bread of life. I am the bread of life. This bread of life have come from heaven. Whoever eats me and drinks me has everlasting life. So with the Master you say, at whose human form that God is speaking, with the mouthpiece of God, He can give you the bread of life and the water of life. And what is that bread of life or water of life? You'll find the Word was made flesh and dwelt amongst us. The Word was made flesh. And what is the Word? God is wordless, absolute God, that did not come into being as yet. When it came into being, into expression, into action, that a God in action power is called Word, Namasham. That is the cause of all creation. Find in the Bible, in the beginning was the Word was with God, and Word was God. The whole creation came about to the Word. And where is that Word? Thy Word is settled in heaven. This word is the bread of life, it has come from heaven, you see, where it has manifested, materialized in some human form, manifested in some human form. He can contact your soul by withdrawing from the mind and matter and give that bread of life to you. So you can be happy only if you have bread of life or the water of life. I am quoting you these things from the Bible because you people are more conversant with the Bible. Exactly the same words we find in the sayings of other scriptures too, in their own language, of course. So, unless or until we have got spiritual progress, food of life, bread of life, we are not happy. We have made so many inventions, we are now in danger of atomic war. Thank God that the treaty has been signed by now. But still, our own intellect has gone against us. Had we known ourselves first, well, all these things would have gone to help humanity. Because we have known little or nothing of our own self, these very things are now hovering around us. Any moment it starts, the world will end. So in a man body, only we can have this bread of life. Who can give you the bread of life? Who is Word made flesh. It is the God in man, God in action, manifested in man, which can give you a contact with God, the Word, is it? So for this purpose, we have charged various religions. These are the basic teachings given by all masters whenever they came. Those who met them, they had the bread of life and the water of life. How could they have it? By rising above body consciousness, by analyzing oneself from mind, body, down to faculty. It is a matter of pure self-analysis.